Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. It's that magic time of the year where I round up the list of vehicles that I've test driven this year that I like well enough that I would spend my own money on, that I'd buy myself. And the big deal this year is that one of these vehicles actually makes it to my garage. All right, my good friends, how this works is whenever I'm testing these cars, when I find one that I like well enough that I would buy it if I were shopping in that class, in that price range, or in that particular arena, be it performance, truck, SUV, whatever, I look at these things and I say, you know, if I were buying that type of car, spending that kind of money, I'd buy it. I like it well enough that I would spend my own money on it. Whether you're looking for a bargain like a Ford Maverick pickup or a top-of-the-line Mercedes-Benz, I've got a little bit of both and everything in between for my list this year. All right, my friends, we're going to do this in alphabetical order, and the first on the list this year is the AMG GT43. Sexy and svelte in its styling, silky and smooth in its delivery, and sumptuous in how it coddles you, I could just not help but to love it. About the same size as a Mercedes-Benz E-Class, but with a sleeker form, the AMG GT43 features a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder engine that just sings a song you have to hear. Its huge 21-inch wheels and fat tires make it stick to the planet like superglue, its chassis managing all of it deftly with poise. Priced at $107,995, it isn't cheap, and you can spend a great deal more. This was the entry level, mind you, and even so, it feels every bit worth the need for a second mortgage. Next on the list is a vehicle that's also a sports sedan, even though the AMG GT43 is kind of hard to call it sedan. They want us to call it a coupe. This is the 2021 Cadillac CT4. There aren't many rear-wheel drive American sedans left, and Cadillac makes most of what you can still get. The entry level for GM's luxury brand is the Cadillac CT4, a blocky and chiseled styling piece that carries the brand's familiar look of the past decade. Priced at $41,115, it compares closest to the Lexus IS of its competitors, and here came with the same 310 horsepower 2.7-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine found in the Chevrolet Silverado pickups. In spite of that humble connection, its power and refinement was more than fitting for the sports sedan, giving a good kick in the back on the back roads. I was honestly surprised with this combination of quality, performance, fun-to-drive character, and value, and frankly, you have to spend a lot more money for Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Lexus to get to the same level. All right, now it's time to switch gears. Now we're going to talk about the 2021 Ford F-150 Powerboost, the hybrid. For 2021, the F-150 got a significant refresh that addressed one of the most glaring complaints I had about it since almost forever. Its low-rent interior that never fit well at a $70,000 to $80,000 price tag in fully loaded models. An all-new interior, fresh sheet metal, and a host of new tech upgrades make it now feel worthy of the money. Big news, though, is the addition of the hybrid Powerboost powertrain option that combines the popular 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine to a new variation of their 10-speed automatic transmission that contains a powerful electric motor. All in, you get 430 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. So now you get all the goodness of the F-150 plus some new power and efficiency never before seen here. 0 to 60 comes quick. The refinement is astounding. It drives like a normal pickup truck, and it can tow and haul just the same. Next on the list is another Ford pickup truck, and this one made a lot of news this year. We made a lot of videos on it. That would be the 2022 Ford Maverick. The 2022 Ford Maverick is likely the biggest breakout product of this year, now just arriving on the scene in dealerships. The new compact pickup truck from Ford made headlines with a starting price of $19,995 and its standard hybrid powertrain. Oh, and that 42 mile per gallon fuel economy rating. It handles with the precision and refinement of a car with the firm toughness of a truck. Available in either the aforementioned 2.5-liter hybrid electric model or a 2-liter EcoBoost gas model, you can choose a base model XL with steel wheels all the way up to a decently equipped Lariat, so there's plenty of ways for buyers to choose their own. Smaller than a Ranger, built to a value price and equipped as such across the board, The Maverick received over 100,000 online reservations starting last June. In fact, the 2022 hybrid models are sold out. If you haven't ordered one by now, you're waiting until the 2023 model year to get on the order rolls again next summer. And yet, another Ford pickup truck on the list. It's like a record or something. The 2021 Ford Ranger with the Tremor package really won my heart. In its last years of the current generation, the Ford Ranger gained the more fortified Tremor off-road package that improved many of the on- and off-road handling deficits we complained about in previous years. The package upgrades wheels, suspension, exterior trims, and interior fittings all in a way that got my attention. Powered by a 270 horsepower 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine, it still isn't up to the competition from Chevrolet in terms of power, but beats Toyota all day long. Most importantly, it feels solid as a rock. The Tremor package of the Ranger made me more than willing to put it in my garage for just under $50,000. Now we're going to switch gears again, or perhaps go without any at all, and we're going to talk about the 2021 Honda Accord Hybrid. The Honda Accord is one of the top-selling and likely the best mid to full-size front-wheel drive sedans available today. This is because of its quality, its value, its reliability, and the poise in which it just seems to do no wrong. At $37,590 fully loaded in our touring trim, it's competitive there too. Add in the efficiency of a 212 horsepower hybrid powertrain to an expanded suite of styling and technology features for 2021, and the Accord Hybrid just sings a naturally popular song in the sweet spot. It achieved excellent acceleration and pretty smart observed fuel economy of 46 mpg, a number that can be bettered with lower trim grades which have smaller tires. And this year, another Honda made our list, this being the other end of the spectrum, the 2021 Honda Ridgeline pickup truck. Redesigned for 2021, the Honda Ridgeline got a few important styling and equipment tweaks that finally pushed me over the edge to say yes, it would be a buy. Most important, it gets a more rugged look, especially with the new HPD appearance package that gets off-roady wheels and beefy fender flares. I tested a Sport HPD, which with options came to $40,860. The Sport is a base model which had comfortable cloth seats to go with an otherwise well-equipped interior and technology list of features. You can't get better quality from any of its competitors. Its handling is best in class, hands down, remaining one of the quietest and most refined midsize trucks you can get. Next in the stream of our conversation consciousness is the 2021 Hyundai Elantra gas and hybrid models. You get a twofer here. This year I tested both an Elantra Limited gas and a hybrid model, both of which I just loved for their origami design theme, bulletproof build quality, a boatload of feature content inside and out, and a fun-to-drive character that just makes it one of the strongest options in the compact sedan class. And its pricing makes it very attractive in the low to mid-20s across the board. The interior design is impressive in its forms and functions, materials, and tech features, offering a sense of pizzazz that competitors just seem to have forgotten. Performance from either of the two mainstream powertrains provides a fun-to-drive character with excellent fuel economy, especially with the hybrid in which I observed 53 mpg. If that doesn't sell a car, I don't know what will. Next up is the very sporting and luxurious AMG GLE53 Coupe. Handsomely and athletically styled, the GLE Coupe represents the coupe roofline variant of the Mercedes-Benz G lineup of crossover SUVs, which are available in a vast range of models from mild to wild. A highlight for me was the cabin. The brand's interiors are the best in the business, hands down, and it's even better with the AMG seats. Full leather soft trims everywhere, and the full electronic options. Power from its silky smooth EQ boosted 429 horsepower 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 is seductive in its sound and in its push. Handling is as tight and precise as it comes in this class. The AMG GLE53 for me was quite simply a nice combination of style, performance, and luxury that feels every bit worth its as-tested price of $95,875. Next up is this thing. Wow, man, the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. Because we needed a 702 horsepower Hellcat powered pickup truck. The Ram TRX was a wild ride in every way that made its $89,365 price tag fade away back into the area of it doesn't really matter that much. All of the off-road goodness, the power, the balls hanging virtually from its trailer hitch receiver made it a twisted sense of value that perhaps only a guy could understand. It is expensive to buy and to feed. It's fast as hell. And the fact is, Ram did a great job of putting a chassis together that can keep up with the Ford Raptor out in the bush, and it can flat leave it behind on the street. It's scary to drive at speed, which is part of its charm. If I could burn money like a drunken cowboy, I'd buy one. All right, my good friends, there you have it for my list of vehicles that I've tested this year, about 52 cars and trucks that I like well enough that I would spend my own money on. And I did spend my own money on one this year. I have ordered a new Ford Maverick hybrid that arrives in January, and we'll have a test drive on that when the vehicle shows up. It just goes to prove that vehicles don't have to have a perfect score to make our I'd buy it list. You know, we look at these vehicles with the measuring sticks that we all have in our heads, and sometimes we have compromises that we give up on this and we take that, and ultimately it's just the combination of things that presses our buttons that gets us to sign on the dotted line. And that's how we all are. And so that's why when we talk about things in our test drives, I try to just sort of hit on all of the areas that we look at when we consider a new car purchase. No, that said, we've had a great year this year in all of our test driving, and I want to thank all of you, our viewers out there, for watching. You make it possible for me to keep getting cars from the manufacturers, and you make it possible for me to do this for a living and buy a new truck. So there you go. If you did like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right there, or if you're not quite ready to commit to that, click right there and see our latest one and then think about it.